Yes, fight fans, this is Body and Mind Sports. Welcome. You are fully appreciated if you are here for another session of boxing talk. And in this round, I'm actually going to cover one more fight, guys. Just one more fight, which I think is very important. And of course, that fight is involves former unified champion at super bantamweight, goes by the name Stephen Fulton, and he will be facing Carlos Castro in the undercard of the Sao Canelo Alvarez versus Edgar Berlanga matchup. Of course, scheduled to happen on the 14th of September, exactly 6 days from now, next weekend to be precise. So let's do this, guys. Starting with, of course, Stephen Fulton, who is now 30 years old, has 21 wins under his record, 8 of those coming via KO. He does, however, hold the one loss, 0 draws also on his record. Stephen Fulton, the only loss on his record, however, coming via the top man of the division currently in Naoya Inoue, who is also the current undisputed champion at super bantamweight. And in his fight with Stephen Fulton, managed to easily dispatch of Fulton via an 8th round TKO in a fight which I thought was very heavily one-sided, and really made a big talent, which I know is in Fulton, to look very ordinary. Fulton in himself, I'm sure he believes, did not put out the best performance that he is capable of. And that being said, Fulton, after that loss, a big crucial loss, has been out of the ring now for I believe a year and 2 months now. And I hope during that time off he's been using it very wisely and spending his time in the ring to of course improve and work on his craft. And I'm looking forward to seeing him perform against Carlos Castro, to display any new wrinkles that he has added to his game or has indeed improved. So I'm just hoping that he's fully re-energized and rejuvenated to start his comeback. That being said, let's move on to his opponent in Carlos Castro, who is also 30 years old, has 30 wins, 14 KOs, however, has 2 losses on his record and 0 draws. Those 2 losses, of course, coming via the hand of Louis Neri, and he lost to Louis Neri via a split decision. That of course gives me the information that I need to know, that Carlos Castro actually put up a good performance against Louis Neri, who is actually a former champion at the division. And of course, the other fighter that he lost to in the division, a well known name, of course, in Brandon Figueroa, someone that give anybody a hard time in that division. I mean, anybody can get it when it comes to Brandon Figueroa, who is of a very very relentless, very very aggressive fighter, and he beat none, and he beat Carlos Castro via a 6 round TKO. Um, that being said, I think it's also important to add that Neri, who earned a split decision win over Carlos Castro, has also faced the likes of Naoya Inoue before. Naoya Inoue in that fight defeated Neri via a 6 round TKO. So for um, Carlos Castro to have a split decision loss to Neri kind of shows me, that Carlos Castro is not at all a bad fighter. You know, to be able to push Castro in their fight all the way to the end, even though he had lost himself. And Brandon Figueroa now, of course, he has lost to Stephen Fulton before, and he lost to Stephen Fulton via a majority decision, and very very close fight. I thought it could have gone either way, so it was a controversial one there. Um, of course, Fulton's win over Figueroa, who beat Carlos Castro, leads me to know that you know Fulton is just maybe a step above Carlos Castro when it comes to ability and skill. So with the two fighters credentials having gone through a check, their records having gone through a short rundown, I think I'm confident in saying that this is a fight that I am not expecting Fulton to lose. However, Carlos Castro is, of course, not a slouch, judging by his record and his rating. And I expect him to come there to fight, and I expect him to come there to want to win. However, I do expect Fulton, with his skill and ability, to be able to overcome whatever Castro has to bring. But Fulton must be able at least to have a good defense against Castro. One thing I do want from Fulton, who is a very very great boxer, is to be able to combine his boxing abilities with that dog. I want to see that dog in him where he can mix boxing ability with actually, going in there and fighting his opponents. Of course, with due care and good defense, not with reckless abandonment. You know, so yeah, that is the kind of performance that I am not expecting, but I want to see from Fulton, who of course is one of my favorite fighters in the super bantamweight division. I just want him to come back into winning form again, guys. And I believe that if he passes this hurdle, would be on the road to putting himself back into title contention, and possibly, very very possibly, maybe getting the chance to face now in a way again, and gain the opportunity to, of course, redeem himself and avenge that loss which Inoue has over him. And with that said, that's all I have for you on this one, guys. And just to let you know, do like, do share, do subscribe, and please drop your comments below, because I would like to know if you are interacting with us. And yes, as usual, for now, stay very, very blessed, and I'll see you on the next episode of Boxing Talk right here on Body and Mind Sports. Bless, guys.